The coastal village of Yakutat lies inside the notorious Alaska Triangle, a vast stretch of wilderness where since 1988, more than 16,000 people have vanished without a trace. Some believe they've been taken from above.
I'm Nick Pavlik. I'm from Yakutat, Alaska. I'm a commercial CDL driver. I drive log truck and dump trucks. I'm also a commercial fisherman. I don't know what it was, but there is something crazy flying around over Yakutat. I have no idea what it was, but it scared the hell out of me. The greatest thing about living in Yakutat is the environment. It's the sheer beauty of being here. Anything you can need to survive is just right there. So I can go right outside my door, and in my backyard's the ocean, and I can catch monster halibut a stone's throw away from my back porch.
But just beyond the beauty and bounty of Yakutat, aliens stalk the night skies.
My family has a history of unexplained sightings and things that have occurred throughout the years in Yakutat. For the longest time, I guess kind of blew it off as like an old story that, just kind of made it scare the kids or something. But, after what I seen, I lean towards more like that was real, and I believe them.
Nick's own encounter happened on a dark, frigid morning in 2019.
So back December 14th, my girlfriend Tessa and I, we had been in Anchorage up north for a while and came home. The house had been out of firewood for warmth. So we stayed in our RV because it had propane in it for heat. At 5 in the morning, I woke up to raindrops dripping on my forehead. So I'd gotten up to see what was going on. I grabbed my camera and I parked my four-wheeler behind my RV and I stood on the back of the four-wheeler. So I had my camera above on the roof trying to get a little clip of where the leak could be. And then the back of my neck hair kind of stood up and I had like a cold chill going on my spine. Over the tree line was this weird blinking light, just blinking and moving like sporadically. So I went back inside and I woke up Tessa and I said, hey, you gotta come outside and check this out. There's something going on out here.
My name is Tessa Marie Devereaux. I'm 27 years old and I'm an Alaskan chick. He came back in and got me, said there was something outside that he needed me to see. I was curious, so I ended up putting on my robe and slippers and I went outside.
And it just kind of disappeared into the tree line at that point.
And then all of a sudden there was something else and it was like way brighter.
Even brighter and closer. And it's blinking and moving just crazy ways and changing colors and nothing like I've ever seen. At first, I was kind of scared. It was scary enough for me to where I wanted to grab some protection, So I grabbed my bear gun and it kept it on me for the rest of the time and the rest of the morning. Because it kind of terrified me. I've never seen anything like it. I didn't know what it was about. Tessa, I believe, was scared as well, at first, but I think she was more excited than anything because not every day you get to see something you've never seen before,
It made me feel like, I don't know, like it's so unexplainable. Like the feeling it gave me, it was unbelievable.
But after kind of calming down, I told her, hey, record this,
I used my phone and we started videotaping.
So we had both our phones standing side by side and I said, I'm keeping my arm, like this, just dead arm, strong arm on it, solid.
It's coming up as like a little circle.
A little teeny speck.
But
it's way bigger and brighter. Yeah. There it is.
What the are they, Nick?
Whoa, it's moving so weird, Tessa.
I had Tessa keep up with that. I said, you keep filming no matter what.
Please keep recording no matter what, okay?
I am not stopping.
I'd say the movement was very sporadic. It'd cover, 5 miles in a single instant, just blinking and moving, like just weird, almost in a figure 8 kind of way. I knew it wasn't just some airplane or a drone or anything because things don't cover that much ground in that fast a time.
You know I'm watching you, huh?
And when I was filming it, I was like, you know, I'm watching you, right? And it, like, right when I said that, it, like, flashed me a bright blue light.
Whoa! What are you?
I spent the rest of the night looking out my window. It was scary.
Nick and Tessa weren't the only ones to witness the bizarre lights.
I'm Cranston Negus. I live in Yakutat, Alaska.
I always look up, you know, you gotta pay attention.
And we kind of pay attention to planes around here. We pay attention to stars, things like this. You're hunting, you're fishing. It's very important. You must know this thing. So we know how high stuff is usually in the sky and what's what. I figure there's no way that we could possibly be alone in the universe because there's some pretty crazy stuff happening in the skies above Yakutat. December 14th, 5:30 a.m., I got a text from Nick. He explained to me that he had just filmed some stuff in the sky, him and Tessa. I met up with him and I looked at the footage and it was pretty weird. He was asking me what I thought about it. And I didn't really know yet. Standing there with Nick, same exact spot that he filmed it, and he points up at the sky and goes, "Look at that." Same thing that I saw on his footage. It was very weird. It was moving like something I've never seen before. The maneuvers that were happening, it would fly around and in a split second, it would do a right angle, you know what I mean? It would flash dark and then reappear over here with like a blast of color.
Would you like to see it again?
I'm not gonna sit here on camera and like go, "Hey, could you guys come visit me again?" That would be insane.
Little did Cranston know, this wouldn't be the last time this small village was visited. Within days of Nick and Cranston's sighting, their friend Quinn Newland and his mom had their own otherworldly encounter.
I'm Quinn Newland from Yakutat, Alaska. Whole life, born and raised. I was outside on my porch because we were looking out at the stars because, especially in the middle of winter, stars are out like crazy, like no other. Thought it was Venus out in the distance, and all of a sudden, Venus starts moving around.
It's weird.
And I was like, all right, you know, planets don't usually move around. It was a little weird. So then, because I was having dinner at my mom's place, and so I go and grab my mom, and I go and show her too. And so when my mom's seeing it, yeah, we were both kind of, we were tripping out. We were both like in pretty wow, like, holy shit, this is crazy. That was kind of that was the reaction of what we seen. So we were out there probably for about 20 minutes, sitting there watching this thing. I didn't know what it was. It was like, so, you know, at first it was like, wow, this is awesome. That's when I started recording.
This is like exactly what they seen on Nick's.
It was zipping around the sky, almost zigzagging all over the place. The dogs in the whole neighborhood were making the most horrific sounds you will ever hear. I would say it got about 200 yards away. It was a fireball in the sky, you know what I mean? Zipping around. The freakiest thing I've ever seen. It was, yeah. I do think it was a UFO, though.
All these months later, Nick and his friends remained spellbound by what they saw.
We got together and we talked about it and tried to, you know, figure out what it was. It must have been covering at least 5 to 10 miles in a single instant.
Oh, easy. Yeah, it was boom, 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 boom.
What I noticed from our footage after slowing it down, it was never blinking. It was just going so fast that it looked like a blink. Kind of made me feel like a caveman in a way, you know? To me, it seemed technologically advanced to a point that I couldn't even fathom before. And then after seeing it, it made me feel really kind of left in the Stone Ages, you know?
Yeah.
Seeing something that can do that, like what?
Puts you in your place. Yeah. Exactly.